Hello, welcome back to another episode of Leo Interviews. Today we have Kevin Jacobson with us.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me, Leo. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, of course. Let's go ahead and get into today's podcast. Tell me about you.
Where do you want to begin? How would you like? Tell me about you is a pretty broad statement. So where would you like me to start?
Well, why don't we start off, just where people can find you today?
Sure, yeah. People can find me. I'm mostly active on Facebook and LinkedIn. It's Kevin Jacobson Jr. When you add the junior, it's pretty easy to find me. So
Perfect. Well, I'm sure everyone will just put the junior, then they'll find you easily.
Yep, absolutely.
So we just have to ask this because the reason why is I'm hungry right now. And whenever I'm hungry, I always have to ask a food question. So
Okay.
what's your favorite type of food?
My favorite type of food. It's a good question. I guess it depends on what I'm in the mood for. Um, I'll never say no to lobster. And I love some good pasta and some good pizza. I'm from Connecticut, so we have really good pizza in Connecticut. I just moved to the Nashville area. Pizza is not even close to as good as it was up north. So I'm definitely I'm craving some good New Haven style pizza right now, actually.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean I love pizza, I love carbs, I just love sugar. Pretty much everything that can give you diabetes. Yeah.
I love it.
So yeah. Yeah, so what was your biggest challenge in business and how did you overcome it?
Um, I'm actually in the process of overcoming one of my biggest challenges in business. I ran my business, launched in 2023, started doing AI sales infrastructures for businesses, worked with hundreds of clients, ran support calls for a lot of the biggest AI companies in the sales and marketing space. We were one of 5 companies chosen to be a part of High Level's AI launch back in November of 2024. Worked with them and ran Thursday support calls for their community for the entire 6 months of that initial launch. But actually, right around our 3-year mark in business, I moved to Tennessee, and the intention was to take the business to the next level with my partner, who I'd been running the business remotely with for the past 3 years. He decided that he wanted to go his own way and dissolve the partnership. And so, I moved my family 1,000 miles away from our home, and to, for the purpose of what I thought was taking things to the next level with my partner, and ultimately turned out to be kind of starting everything all over again without him. And so this past year, coming up on the end of this month, it'll be a year, has been one of the biggest challenges in business. Going from running a successful business with a partner that is, that is the opposite skill set of my own. It was a very good balance of what my strengths were his weaknesses, and vice versa, to having to try to manage all of that without him while actively trying to maintain the relationships with all the clients that were left behind. So it's been challenging. But overcoming it has been just kind of reevaluating everything that worked when it was me, him, and the team, and deciding what makes sense going forward as a solopreneur. Because I wasted a lot of time, I'd say the first 6 months, trying to continue to manage things the way that they were already in place without him. And it actually ultimately ended up creating more struggles than it did solutions, until I just decided to just completely destroy and rebuild everything from the ground up the way that makes sense for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I guess it's how the cookie crumbles. Like having a cookie crumble, again, the reason why am I saying this, you might ask? I don't know. But the reason why the cookie crumbles, right? It's easy for the cookie to crumble, but to make a cookie itself and to build it back up is hard.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's like I don't have any more I guess things to use as an example other than a cookie because, well, I'm hungry, but yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. And trying to put the cookie back together after it crumbles is a lot more difficult than just baking another cookie.
Mm-hmm, yeah. What is the biggest piece of financial advice that you could give to someone?
The biggest piece of financial advice that I can give to someone, I guess from my own personal experience, it may not apply to everyone because I honestly believe that a blanket financial advice is not financial advice at all. I believe that financial consulting is a lot more valuable because everybody is in, at a certain stage in their journey. They have their own strengths and weaknesses again. So for me, I would say from my personal experience, the financial advice would be, when there's business goes in seasons, right? And so just because things are going well now doesn't mean you don't want to have, infrastructure and systems in place and a reserve in place for when, the winter comes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm very big on momentum and scaling. And it's served me extremely well in my businesses. But weathering the storm is the challenging part. And sometimes, it's just, it becomes a much larger financial burden than it should be if you prepare for it, because it's inevitable. Everything goes through its ebbs and flows in life.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to base off, what you said about the storm. Like, you can't choose when a shock is going to, you don't have control of when and where it's going to, happen or hit, but you can predict where it might.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's how you dodge it.
Yep. And, hoping for the best and preparing for the worst. If you don't prepare for the worst, then, the damage is a lot more catastrophic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, because then if a shock hits you, well, boom, you're paralyzed, and they got to send you to the ER or something, and then you're just like,
yep.
You can only blink. They're like, blink twice if you want milk. Blink 3 times if you need cookies. Blink once if you're just hungry. Type of thing.
Yep, I love it.
Thank you. Yeah. What is your favorite color?
Honestly, I don't really have a favorite color. I have 3 kids. They all have their own favorite colors. So I like to, wear certain colors just to make them happy in the morning. I come downstairs and I'm wearing a pink hoodie, and one of my daughters is like, "You're wearing pink." And I'm like, "Yeah, I put it on for you because it makes my day to, make you smile." So, for me, I love all colors. Especially like when it comes to like fashion and vehicles and anything else that I don't really have a go-to, honestly.
Well, I mean, I guess you could just pick a color that seems good. I guess you could just choose.
Whatever I'm in the mood for that day. I really kind of just base it on my mood.
Yeah.
Colors kind of represent certain emotions as well. So, I just choose based on how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, so I heard that just like me, that you also have a podcast, if I'm correct.
I do. My podcast is, I don't know if it's okay to say this word, but it's called Entrepreneurship Sucks. I
Oh,
don't know if that's age appropriate for you, but
no, that's all right.
yeah, I do.
Oh, honestly, I don't think entrepreneurship stinks, but I don't know. Who knows? Some people, I bet there's like one little Timmy watching this who's like, entrepreneurship is garbage. Little Timmy, you have to be an entrepreneur to experience first.
Yeah. Really, the whole premise of the podcast is kind of one of the questions that you asked me, just diving deeper into that. Like, what are the struggles that you've been through along your entrepreneurial journey? And how have you overcome them? And more importantly, who did you have to become to overcome them, right? Most entrepreneurial podcasts are about what you did to have the success that you have. I like to focus more on who you had to become along that journey, right? It's like, what do you call it? Frodo starts off in the beginning of Lord of the Rings, and he's kind of, he's one character trait, like Avatar, but then by the time you get through the movie, he's become something much greater, right? Your experiences mold you into who you're going to become, and so that's really what we focus on.
Yeah, yeah. I actually never watched Lord of the Rings or whatever, so I can't really comment about that. But
It's the hero's journey, honestly, in every story. There's the hero's journey, right? It happens in Spider-Man. Whatever is your favorite, movie or book. There's a hero's journey that each main character goes through.
Yeah.
Right? Even in the new Super Mario movie, not the second one, but the first one, right? Mario goes through that hero's journey. He's got to train with the princess and become who he needs to become, right?
Yeah.
So that's what it's about.
Yeah. But to be honest, I would be the same with Mario. I do not like mushrooms. And so it must have been disgusting to take a bite of that mushroom. I mean, at least he got like 1% bigger and tiny bit more speed, but
yeah, at least there was some benefit to eating the mushroom. And in our world, you just have to eat them because your parents said to.
Yeah.
There's nothing else in it for you.
Yeah. It's like like having to spend money, like sometimes a large amount, in order for it to like pay off to be good. It's like you spend like a bunch of money on, let's say, insurance, right? Like you have okay, there goes a bunch of money, but at least now they'll take care of it. And so it's like sometimes you just gotta bite the mushroom for good benefits.
For insurance purposes.
Yeah. I don't know I don't think State Farm was there in the Brooklyn, in all the clips that Brooklyn was in the first movie, but who knows? Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good analogy, honestly, because the healthier you are, the less likely you are to need insurance coverage as far as having health problems and potentially your deductible going up or whatever. So I love it.
Yeah. Well, it's that time of the podcast again, guys. Go buy your Leo Interviews hats at leointerviews.com. And while you're at it, you can go to leointerviewsacademy.com, where we have an academy to teach your kids how to build confidence, how to make good connections in life and other real world skills, and how to properly use AI to build a business. And all for a small price of, I forgot the price, but don't worry. I think it's semi-small. I forgot, but you guys go check it out. First 25 families to get a 20% off discount, so it's going to be even cheaper. So, I mean, who doesn't love a good cheeseburger discount? I don't know. I'm running out of analogies. No,
No, you got
analogies. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
I'll tell you, your dad shared with me, the link, and I actually plan on this weekend. I have twin 7-year-old daughters, and I have a 17-year-old son, and I'm gonna have them get in there and check it out. So, I'll keep you updated. It sounds like an amazing program.
Oh, perfect. I mean, hey, remember you get a good 20% discount, so
I love it.
totally should buy. Yeah.
If it gives them the confidence and certainty that I'm getting from you on this podcast interview, then it's money well spent.
Perfect. I mean, hey, if you invest in us, it's definitely money well spent.
I love it.
Especially like buying this hat, which you guys should totally buy. Again, because I mean the hat's just beautiful. Yeah. Well, as always, before we move on to the final question, is there maybe any more links, socials, or where can people find your podcast?
Yeah, again, it's it's on all major platforms, and we do video as well. So you can find it on YouTube if you want to watch it, or you can find it on all major podcast platforms if you just want to listen. And again, it's called the Entrepreneurship Sucks Podcast. We've had some amazing guests over the past the 2 years that we've been doing it. Eli Wild, who is the top salesperson from stage for Tony Robbins in history. Josh Lyons, another incredible sales coach, trainer. Brian Delaney, who's one of the first people, or if not the first person to win a 2 Comma Club 100X award in ClickFunnels. Lots of awesome interviews with extremely interesting people in the kind of in the ClickFunnels high level world and high ticket sales mainly.
Perfect. Well, everyone, go help support Kevin and his podcast. I don't think leadership stinks that much, but who knows? Again, like I said, it may not. At least for me right now, doing a podcast is amazing. So for me, it doesn't stink, but who knows? Well, as always, it's time for the final question. Are you ready for it?
I think so. I'm about as ready as I can be. Lay it on me.
Okay. In order for you to answer the question, there are a couple things that you need to understand, all right? Okay. I'm about to mention 2 sodas, and you have to choose to drink one of them, all right? Okay. The question is, if you had to choose between a Sprite and a Pepsi to drink, which one are you choosing?
I'm not a big soda drinker, so when I do rarely drink soda,
that's a better option.
I choose Pepsi. I like and even between Coke or Pepsi, I'm a Pepsi guy. I like that first sip that like kind of makes your eyes water from the carbonation. It's got a stronger kind of bite to it. So if I am, treating myself and craving some soda, I'll choose Pepsi.
Oh, perfect. I actually can't really say anything because again, I also don't drink soda. I mean, if anything, I just drink water, sparkling water, and then maybe a root beer float here and there. But yeah.
I love it. That's a good combo.
Thank you.
Yeah. Try to drink as much water as I can. I drink a lot of sparkling water and like flavored sparkling waters, but try to keep like to the ones that have no sugar or low sugar. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to share this real quickly. I found a lemonade. It comes like a little apple juice box, and it has 0 total sugars. I pretty much devoured half of them in like one day. And is that good for you? No. Was it tasteful? Yes. So kids, don't do that because even though it has 0 total sugars, it's still probably bad for you.
Yeah. I love it. And then I forget what kind of water there is. They're like coconut water based, and they have a lot of good vitamins and things like that. And we always keep those stocked in the house as well. I forget the name now, but anyway, okay.
Well, as always, guys, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and kick the bell button so you guys get notified when I make a new video. And as always, it was nice chatting with you.
Yeah, likewise. I appreciate it. This has been super fun, and I wish you the best of luck. Anybody who's watching, listening, definitely hop on and do an interview with Leo. This has been fun.
Yes, and you guys can also book to apply to become an interviewee on leointerviews.com, where you'll also find us at.
Yeah,
But
and
as
and
always,
the hats.
yeah. Oh, until next time, guys. Bye.